Hi guys, and welcome to the video channel of Yuho's movie blog. I'm your host, Yuho Kojima, and today I would like to do a quick few minutes video review of the new Marvel movie, Captain Marvel, starring Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Ben Mendelsohn. And the movie is directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, and also written by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. So the movie will come to its premiere here in Finland, where I live, on the 6th of March, and today is the 5th of March, and I saw the movie in a press preview show this morning. So here are my quick thoughts on it. And I will do it in kind of this order. Number one, my general views or thoughts. Number two, the like the plot of the movie and how it went and how it got on. And number three, the actors. And maybe number four, the director or directors in this case. But my general views first of the movie. To be honest, based on the marketing material that we get here in Finland, via Disney Finland, I was waiting a bit more from this movie. It was like promoted to be this quick action, big action-packed Marvel cinematic universe type of superhero movie. So I was waiting for that when I went in. But then also there has been so much controversy surrounding Brie Larson and the movie, even before the movie like premieres, which in my mind is kind of odd and kind of like didn't fit into my head how people can have views on the movie without actually seeing the movie. But that's a topic for a completely another video. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this movie, and I was really waiting a lot from this movie based on all the hypes and hubbub and hoopla that surrounded the movie. And I have to say that I was very, very, very disappointed in the movie. The whole premise of the movie stayed in the dark for me most of the runtime, because I'm not a Marvel comics aficionado who knows every nick and cranny of how the Captain Marvel story is supposed to go. So I wasn't able to keep up with the plot. That was my main problem of with the movie. Then my second problem with the movie was that the story didn't flow that well. It felt like very, very long at times, and it didn't move at pace. It was very slow, and it was very tiring to follow. Actually, my thoughts were going from point A to point B, from point C to point D quite fast, and I lost all interest from time to time on the movie, which was the first time for me with a Marvel movie that ever happened. So I was really, really surprised. And then some of the actors were just phoning it in. And I'm not talking about Brie Larson in this instance. She did a fantastic job in my mind. But I'm actually talking about actors like Samuel L. Jackson and Jude Law that were in the supporting roles. Um, and my final, like, quick general thought is one of the good things that the movie did or did well. One of those things was the visual and audio effects. They were second to none, as you have come to expect from from Marvel Studios movie every time. This movie delivered on that front quite well, actually. But as I said, there wasn't too much like other um, good things about this movie, which really disappointed me hard. But now to the plot of the movie and how it flowed. As I said before on in my general thoughts, the plot of the movie is still a bit of a mystery for me. It was very hard to follow if you didn't know who the main characters were. The movie didn't spend time or enough time actually explaining the world, explaining what is happening, who is doing what, to whom, with whom, how it's done, what's the world that it's happening in, because it's not all happening in on Earth. It's also happening in space and in alien planets. So the movie didn't explain those quite so well as I would have hoped. Um, so for starters, the like starting point of the movie was very low, and the flow of the plot didn't get that much better. Like during the rest of the movie, either it stayed as a bit hard to follow until the end. And I know there was some cool looking action sequences, there were some like dialogue sequences, but some of them made sense and some of them didn't. But for me, unfortunately, the ones that didn't make sense were in the majority for me myself. So that was a big disappointment. And let's be honest, the main thing with the plot is that it wasn't that interesting at all. It was like something happened somewhere, and now this girl who was living in space actually finds out that living in or she used to live in on Earth, and something happened in between, and it was very hard to follow and not that interesting actually to follow. Um, so yeah, the plot was absolutely a disappointment, a big disappointment. I wasn't expecting that from a Marvel movie. Um, so well, I guess there's a first time for everything, and today was the first time for me to be absolutely let down, to be absolutely let down by Marvel movies like plot in my lifetime, and of that just surprised me pretty hard actually. But then to my third main point in this review, the performances of the actors. So Brie Larson is the main character playing Captain Marvel, and let me check your other names here on my computer. She had like two different names besides Captain Marvel. Yeah, Carol Danvers and Veers or Vers. Sorry if I mispronounced them. I'm not an English native speaker, so forgive me on that. And then we have like Samuel L. Jackson playing, of course, Nick Fury, and I think if you are a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know who Nick Fury is. He's the director of the Shield organization. And then we have Ben Mendelsohn playing Talos or Talos slash Killer. And then we have as fourth main player we have Jude Law playing Ion Rog. And again, sorry if I mispronounced these, but as I said, I'm not an English native speaker, and some of these names are a bit odd actually. But I have to say that other than Brie Larson, I was disappointed in the main cast. Let's take it by like first Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson, I'm used to having very strong performances. My absolute favorite, although it's old, is still Pulp Fiction, and then there's Shaft and all kinds of like fantastic movies. But in this, and I have to add that normally in like Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, he's doing a fantastic good job. But this time he wasn't. He was just phoning it in. There was no fire in his delivery. I wasn't interested in the character. I wasn't interested even if he died or lived or whatever happened to him. I didn't care one bit. And actually, my complaint is the same with all the male leads. They just felt like, oh, we get paid big bucks, so let's just show up for work and not put in the effort or not do a good job. Just get the money and give me the money, and I'm out of here. That was the feeling that I got from all of these actors. But mostly I got it from Jude Law. Oh my goodness, I felt like he had no heart in his performance or delivery, or he didn't even try at all. So yeah, that was some horrific acting on the male lead's part because even if you have a bad script, which by the way, this movie in my mind it didn't have a good script at all, so the actors can of course blame that, can say that oh yeah the movie the like screenplay was so bad that we didn't have material to work on. Okay, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit because these are such good actors. All of these, Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, and Jude Law are such good actors that even if you give them bad material like this, they would be able, if they wanted to, they would be able to give you a better performance than this. But for some reason they didn't, and of course that's their, they can do it. That's their, like, they get paid the big bucks, and you know, in any case, I think so. Um, they might be thinking that this is just an easy gig to make some money. But being a Marvel movie, I was expecting a whole lot more. A whole lot more. And speaking about Brie Larson, people have been bashing her even before the movie was previewed. So people were saying that she's bad, she's destroying Marvel, all that absolute bullshit. And if you watch the movie, she's the best part of the movie. She at least tries to make something of the movie and her part. Oh my goodness, she at least tries, and she's the light on the screen, at least for me. Keep in mind that my thoughts are only my thoughts, nobody else's. Um. So yeah, it was nice to follow her around, and she really gave it her all with the material she was given. But please don't bash her before you see the movie. I don't understand those people that are like, hey, she's bad for Marvel brand and stuff like that that has been going on around the internet. I don't understand that when people even haven't seen the movie. So make up your mind after you have seen the movie. Don't even trust me. Make your own mind. Make your own minds up, and you might like this. I didn't, but hey, this is movies, so so people like different things. And then finally, the directors in this uh, case, I think that Anna Bowden and Ryan Flex should have been able to make it a better job than they did. This movie was so, in my mind, at least this movie was so messed up at places, at times, that it was so hard to follow. Somebody should have said to them, like, hey, take a breather, think about some things, and come back on Monday and do it again, and let's see what you come up with. Because some scenes in the movie felt like so badly done that it was so boring to watch. And this should have been the start of a new phase in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if this is that, then this was a piss poor start, and people that you can blame are always directors and screenwriters. And this time I would say it's really the directors and screenwriters. Of course, they are the same people, but still they should have been able to do a better job. But yeah, that's my thought on the directors. So in closing, if you like Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, you probably like this, at least to a certain extent. If you don't like them, at least don't start here. Watch some older movies first. Watch the Avengers movies and Iron Man movies. Those are the best ones in my mind. So watch these and then come to this movie and see if you like this. Don't start from here if you haven't watched Marvel movies before. If you have and if you like them, then you can come here, and I'm pretty sure that you will at least get some enjoyment out of this movie. But the emphasis being on the word some, because I'm pretty sure that people are gonna bash this movie pretty hard just because of its deficiencies, and just for the fact that it's not the best that Marvel could have produced with this IP. Although I must emphasize still that I'm not very well versed on the like Captain Marvel story, and I haven't read the comics, so kind of I went into the movies myself without knowing too much of Captain Marvel. So yeah, but I wasn't entertained. But if you know all about Captain Marvel, if you have read the comics, I'm pretty sure that you will get a heck a lot of more out of this movie than I did. And I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy this movie a lot more than I did. But yeah, with that said, thanks for your attention, and remember to subscribe, comment. I try to read them all. My channel is quite new, so there isn't that many videos still up, but I'm trying to put like 3-4 videos a week up there, because now I have the time to do it every day. So I'm really trying to accomplish that. But thanks again for your attention, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.